Good evening, everyone. Hello, I recognize some familiar faces in the audience. My name is Thad Anderson. I coordinate our percussion studies program at UCF. And the students that you will hear perform at this lobby concert are members of the UCF Percussion Ensemble. We've made a project this year out of traditional music from Uganda and learning the Amadinda, which is a primitive xylophone, if you will. It's built on a pentatonic scale. So Matthew, you want to demonstrate the scale structure? So there's your 5 notes. It starts over again at another octave, or the second octave. We're down. And then there's a half of that octave up top. Okay. We're going to play a traditional melody, and after we play the melody, I'll share a little bit about each of the components that makes up the melody and how this traditional music is constructed. What do we think of tempo lights? Thank you very much. If you're just joining us now, this ensemble is the Amadinda Ensemble. We are members of the UCF Percussion Ensemble. And before we move on to the next tune, I'm going to use this group to demonstrate how we build traditional Amadinda, this Ugandan music. So traditionally with these melodies, there are two, a primary melody and a secondary melody. Really, both of them are equally as important. One plays on the strong beat, one plays off the beat. So Matthew's going to demonstrate the first melody. So it's a 4-bar phrase. It just repeats 4 times. Simon's is a little more complex. Simon's going to demonstrate the secondary melody. We're in 6/8. We're in a 6/8 meter. When you hear the bell pattern, the traditional bell pattern, the shake-array, style, the shake-array up to the shake-array, and then our various hand drums. So just so you can get a feel of what those two parts feel like, we'll start together. So actually, let's do one phrase with Matthew and the Simon kind of everyone. So just bell, shake-array, and Matthew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Sky is actually demonstrating the big beat, right? That's the central pulse, and the syncopation is happening around it. The two melodies, the primary melody and the secondary melody, combine together to make its own melody, the composite of the two parts together. And the job of the players at the top of the instrument, the highest register of the instrument, is to highlight a third melody that comes from the composite. Can we hear just the 4 of you play maybe one time through with Matthew and Simon, and we bring in the resultant melody? It's a result of the combination of the primary and the secondary melody. So Reese and Bella have a syncopated part, but each of the notes that they're playing is found within the combination of the primary and secondary melody. So that's how we construct the traditional Ugandan music. It's very repetitive. It's got a minimalist quality to it. And of course, you also heard everyone take a drum solo on their respective hand drums. So we're going to do something very similar. We'll go ahead and switch the ensemble. This is another melody. Sun's back. This melody is a little bit different. This melody repeats in 6-bar phrases instead of 4-bar phrases. So, Gali, can you give us a 6-bar phrase just one time through the 6-bar phrase? So here's the primary melody and its 6-bar phrase. So it's a little bit more complex, right? All right, here we go. It's a little dangerous up here at times. This instrument was not made in Uganda. This was actually built here, right in Orlando, right on the UCF campus. I don't know, 20 years ago, maybe more than that. And it, of course, is modeled after the traditional instrument. A quick YouTube search of Amadinda would land you some really great traditional clips if you're interested in seeing what it would look like in Uganda and with the ensemble. We're going to now transition to a third melody. Do that. This drum returns to a 4-bar phrase, just so you can listen for it and you're knowledgeable about, now that you understand how the composition works. Emmeline would give us the primary melody. And we have a secondary melody, which you'll sign on your own. You'll have to wait to hear them combine. How about the highlighted melody, or one of you, or both of you, whatever you want. So those are the three melodic components we'll now combine together for this melody. Just a quick note. We're taking these improvisation moments on the Amadinda between the first two players. So each of those composed or spontaneous improvisations, they've worked on it. They've worked out some ideas, of course. But those are all improv moments on the Amadinda. It's a nice way to feature and a nice way to have some fun playing the instrument. We're going to play the first tune again since we have a nice big audience. So we're going to go back to the very first tune. We do have some orchestra members in the ensemble, so we have to make sure we have enough time for the orchestra members to get into tuxedo and ready for the concert. So we'll play one more melody for you. And if you're interested and want to see the instrument up close, come on up. Once we finish, you can take a look. And if you've got any questions, we're happy to answer those for you. So one more time through the Amadinda, our first melody. Thank you very much. Enjoy the concert tonight.